Okay. Well, Professor Swaran Singh, Chairman of Center for International Politics, JNU, also with us this morning. Thanks very much, Professor Singh, for speaking with NDTV. The ISKP has claimed responsibility for this attack, according to international media reports. Your reaction?
I think this was the fear that everybody had, that in this continued uncertainty, some outfits like ISIS, this is the Khorasan province chapter, were expected to take advantage of the situation. And the intelligence agencies of United States, UK had been warning people not to gather around the airport far much because they were expecting such an attack to happen. The only difficulty to understand is that if there was already a clear indication that there is an attack likely to happen imminently, it could have been perhaps avoided, but these kind of human bombs are often difficult to deter or preempt or neutralize beforehand. So this was unexpected lines that could happen, and my fear is that if uncertainty continues, all the prisoners have been released, including ISIS prisoners, and this kind of chaos could only go on increasing. And that's the fear which demands immediate constitution of the government in Kabul.
Right. Professor Singh, very quickly, whether it's the G7 or independently, countries have continued to reiterate that evacuations will continue. We now know that both Germany and Canada have ended their evacuation missions in Kabul following yesterday's attacks. How do you look at these attacks and reports of more attacks and reports of the fact that this casualty count could actually be much higher? How do you see this impacting the ongoing evacuation efforts?
Very clearly, we have to distinguish between what the central leadership of Taliban is saying and indicating, because they need support of international community, and what are various factions on the ground, and particularly cadres of Taliban and cadres of ISIS, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed. What are they doing on the ground? So it's the problem of there's no constituted authority which we can address our concerns to. And in that sense, this chaos means multiple cadres on the ground are continuously going to do different things. And this is where I think this ISKP, Khorasan province, is known to be extremely brutal, extremely anti-women. And they are going to be now, people released from prisons. They are going to really make use of this because they were virtually destroyed by the United States in 2017 or so. You remember the biggest conventional bomb was dropped by United States on their cave areas. So they are kind of now also concentrating on urban areas, unlike Taliban. Two things: they are global, unlike Taliban, and they are urban-centric, unlike Taliban. So deterring them, destroying them is not going to be easy because of enormous collateral damage that United States might end up doing in Afghanistan. So this is a very unusual threat that has now come up in front of us. And their cadres are released from prison. So I think this is something which is going to be very unusual and could actually also trigger violence within Taliban factions.
All right. So you're saying that